Hello, y'all. I had to come back on here. It's 5:20 p.m. in the afternoon. So, if I didn't have any problems, I wouldn't have to do this video. So, you know, just now I tried to treat myself to something nice because I had such a rough week this week. You know, that I almost was about to break this week. So, well, before I get into anything, somebody in a so-called TI community on TikTok named Amber Brookhauser, her username is like Amber Brookhauser 85 or something like that. And she got hateful and unfollowed me on TikTok unprovoked for no reason at all. She was following me for quite a while. But me and her never spoke to each other. But that was like another emotional stab to the heart. Remember yesterday I told y'all that Ben Collins got hate. I don't know when he blocked me, but yesterday I found out that he got hateful and blocked me on Twitter. So, like even if I never talked to certain people, because we're in the TI community and I thought we were going through all this together, like, why unfollow and block me for no reason and I never did you anything? But then again, I saw that she was connected to a narcissistic control freak fake TI perp that I had a feud with, and I don't even remember what the feud was about. The fake TI perp named Grace Free TI or Grace TI or something like that. But that was like, and I have no memory of what the feud or altercation that I had with Grace Free TI. But that, I'm pretty sure it was like 2000 or 2021. But it's funny that people who never talk to you and y'all try to quote the Bible with love one another and forgive one another. But you'll be the first to unfollow and block and then hold eternal grudges from something you heard about me. But I don't know what her reason was for blocking me. I mean, she didn't block me, but she unfollowed me. And then I look on her page and she looked like she had some kind of gaming stuff, like fake gaming videos on TikTok, and no footage of herself being gang stalked. None. So she must have saw the videos from the day before yesterday and sided with the hotels and the gang stalkers and used that and weaponized that against me and got hateful and unfollowed me. That's the only thing I could think of. So ever since I posted that video 2 days ago, the day before yesterday, I've been losing TikTok followers like crazy. Even with my account being private. So, like, people on social media in the TI community, they kick you down even harder and they unfollow and block you at your lowest. And so, also just now, I noticed that the fake Aquarian Doris perp try to gaslight and lie and say that she never sexually harassed me. And then she tried to talk about me being an obese woman with nappy hair and mouth. And I don't know what else she was trying to say because it only showed me part of the message. But she had a fake new account called Aqua Dorothy. Instead of Doris, Aqua Dorothy. Yeah, so how can they want to hypocritically falsely accuse me of being racist and take everything I say out of context on purpose, but she can call me excuse me, all those black pig emojis or black pig videos about, I'm sorry, black pig pictures that they use on their profiles about me, like black gorilla and black pig, and then they'd be like, I told you Candy was racist. But look what they're doing to me. Pictures with black gorillas and black pigs, and posing as me. And so she tried to call me the obese woman with nappy hair and mouth. I never heard of a nappy mouth. But yeah, she was sexually harassing me via email over the weekend. If it wasn't her, then I don't know who that was. But her and the fake Darnell Williams perp. And she made sexual comments at me before. But if you don't feel that way, then why the hell are you obsessed with stalking and harassing me then? Why do you keep stalking me and harassing me and you won't leave me alone? What are you obsessed about? Forcing yourself into a stranger's life when you have no right or authority to be in my life. And you're younger than me trying to think you got power over me. And saying stuff like, remember that we own you. Y'all some psychopaths. Y'all are not to be trusted. Y'all are some murderous people. Excuse me. So now that I got that out, and I had some other harassment, I don't remember, but now, as I said, they're manipulating the thumbs up and thumbs down even on my community posts, and playing childish games. But y'all lecture me about my behavior. Y'all play childish games and lecture me about my behavior and tell me to grow up. So the fake DoorDash driver, what he did was he was supposed to have been here by 3:15. He deliberately and on purpose, I was watching him in the app. And I don't know how long it would have took. It probably would have taken him probably about less than 10 minutes to make a straight ride down the main street. I'm not going to say the name of the street. But he took all kinds of zigzags and turns and going down this way and going the long way and, zigzagging around and going all kinds of lengthy opposite ways and going all kinds of just different directions. And then finally made it here with my food. And then he fucked up my food like really bad. The container was opened. And all of the juice from the food was like at the bottom of the bag. And then I had unfair and poor and abusive customer service with DoorDash. When I tried to report him, all they gave me was $5 credit. And then one DoorDash worker was acting like he was lazy and didn't want to do his job. The other one straight up ended the chat and ignored me. And another one ended the chat and ignored me. And then the fourth time, somebody went out of their way to help me and said that they were going to take it to higher management to try to resolve the problem. and the guy, his name was Bruce, the DoorDash driver. His name was Bruce, and he was like not all that much taller than me. And he was quote unquote one of those light skinned pretty Creoles with straight hair, you know. But he had his hair done like really nice, but he had dirty fingernails and dirty hands, and delivering me food with dirty hands and fingernails. And when he was like light skinned, and I thought he looked Hispanic. But some Creoles look either Hispanic or white, or some of them look like me, in which I am Creole. So, some of them look like straight up black people, you know. So, I mean, and at one point he sat there in the same spot for a long time. And and he wasn't even stationed by a spot where he was going to get gas or use the bathroom or nothing. So he did something to my food. And like, I was really hungry and everything. And it's like, I couldn't even enjoy my food. And I couldn't even eat all my food. I could not even eat all my food. I was so upset I could not even eat all my food. I mean, I could not even properly enjoy my food. You know, as I said, I called myself trying to, treat myself from having such a rough week. Such a rough week today. And I couldn't even eat all my food. But, I'm not even going to go into further detail. But, yeah. So, I have more stuff to say, but my mind is not even clear right now. I'm so upset. But I can tell that my twin sister's still stalking and watching my videos and perping and trying to discredit me. I don't even have to go look back on her page or her videos or community posts to know that what happened to me 2 days ago, I know she has something to smear campaign and switch the story and lie and say something about it. But you don't even want to help your twin sister, but you think that you got the fake authority to have a big, huge say-so on stuff that goes on in my life. And I'm the older twin, but you act like as if stuff that goes on in my life, in your life, is none of my business. That's not fair. Because you delusionally believe you have control, rulership, and authority over me, and you don't. You don't. Who gave you the authority over me? Nobody. And what you're doing is abuse and bullying. So, like, when I get like 200 or 300 views and like 1 or 2 thumbs up or no thumbs up, I know she smear campaigned and said something. And then me ending up looking in my community posts and having like over 30 thumbs down. Like 1,000, almost 1,700 subscribers. And on most videos, like 200 videos and not 1 thumbs up because y'all feel like I was in the wrong. Or that I did or said something wrong. So, as I said, like I had like a very rough week. And that was my first time in my entire life trying Cheesecake Factory, It was the first time trying something. And before y'all try to judge, y'all think that because somebody ordered at Cheesecake Factory, you automatically falsely jump to conclusion and assume that somebody got one of the more expensive meals. How you know I didn't? How do you know that I didn't choose like an appetizer, or how you know I didn't choose a kids meal? But the potato on my food was not even fully or properly cooked. But the meat and all everything else was so good. But the first memory being like a bad memory, it's like I always wanted to try that place. But yeah, I couldn't even eat all my food, and I be feeling bad to throw food away or for food to go to waste. You know, but I'm not saying that I got a children's meal, but it ain't none of the perps. It ain't none of y'all business what I got. As I said, that was with my money. None of that was from the donated money. That was from my Social Security check. And as I said, I called myself trying to treat myself because I had such a rough week. I had such a rough week. I tried to do something nice for myself to help myself feel a little better. But that Bruce guy, he looked like he was at least between 45 and 50 years old. He had some gray hair and everything. I'm 40, so I'm pretty sure there are people who are younger than me with gray hair. But this guy, even in the face, he looked like he was older than me and did something childish like that. To go in zigzags and go around in zigzags and circles several times, you know, and delay the delivery on purpose, and then give me food with the juice and everything thrown all over the bag. And I don't know what he did with my food. But as I said, all DoorDash can do is compensate $5. That's it. Because they were part of the gang stalking as well. I've had moments where I had horrible service and got zero compensation. And at one point, they acted like they wanted to wrongfully ban or block me from getting any compensation because the gang stalking DoorDash drivers were fucking over me bad almost each and every time. And whenever I made a complaint, they would block or act like as if I was banned from getting any compensation. And they falsely accused me of taking advantage of the system or trying to take advantage of the system. But I'm tired of the abusive, narcissistic gang stalkers who want me destroyed. Like, if you don't like somebody and you're not my boss, you don't have the authority to make decisions for my life. I do what the fuck I want. You don't have the authority or the right to control what I do. But if I have a complaint or a problem with somebody, that's what they'll say. It's his right. He can do whatever he wants. You can't make him stop doing that, or you can't stop him. But when it comes to me, you do what so-and-so tells you to do. Or you have to follow the rules. But they'll try to use manipulation, coercion, and threats to control me and manipulate and scare and frighten me into submission and obedience toward their orders. With them trying to bully and order me around and tell me what to do. So, So I mean, I'm glad that none of the mess got on the bed. I'm glad that the bed didn't get stained up or anything like that. But about about half of the food I had to throw it away. Couldn't even eat it all. I'm disappointed. And I got like the cheesecake. I tried that a couple of bites, and I was disappointed. I thought it was gonna be so good, but I was disappointed. It turned out I didn't even like it. Maybe because it wasn't cold. But that was a rare chance of me, trying. I just wanted to try to see what it was like, And that, as I said, it was my first time. It was my first time trying that. I don't be trying to treat myself like that all the time or anything like that, But my entree was really good. It was really good, but except the potato was not cooked all the way. The meat and the gravy and everything was really good, but I mean, as I said, I couldn't even get to enjoy my food. So, you know, and as I said, I had even some days earlier this week or last week when I didn't even get to have or didn't even have lunch. Maybe, wait, I don't know if I think I did have lunch every day this week. But I mean, I think last week I had some days when I didn't get to have lunch. So it's more like a makeup meal, you know. But then again, for me to try to eat something cheap tomorrow or miss a meal or two tomorrow, but not all the time and not every month, but you know when I get my social security check, sometimes I might treat myself to a nice meal, but most of the time I don't, but sometimes I do. But as I said, like, I was just trying to help myself feel better from having such a rough week. So, and it's like more and more people in the so-called TI community that I've never talked to are unfollowing and blocking and betraying and turning against me and siding with the perps. I don't even know if they are flipping and becoming perps or if they've been perps. But as I said, y'all be hypocritical with talking about love one another and love thy neighbor and forgive one another. But then if you haven't contacted me in 3 or 4 years, and if we had a small little argument or disagreement or misunderstanding from 3 or 4 years ago, that was minor. And then I look back at your hypocrisy. Now, like, you still block me on a new account or stay away from me, but then you're talking about love one another and forgive one another. And y'all even be talking about forgive the gang stalkers and have mercy on the gang stalkers. But y'all want me wrongfully punished to the fullest extent and hold the biggest grudges against me. And make like everything, the smallest thing that I do or say is like unforgivable. But I guess love one another and forgive one another does not apply to Candy Grand Prix. But y'all talk about how you love and forgive and are not bitter towards the gang stalkers though. But you will stay eternally grudgeful against me and hate me forever. Like as if I'm lower than human. Or like as I said, like as if love one another and forgive one another does not apply to Candy Grand Prix. I'm getting off here.